Welcome everyone to episode number 2 of Principal Sparks here on DisruptED TV. My name is Andrew Marotta, host of Principal Sparks, and I am pumped up to be here today to talk to you about being a principal, being a leader, and adding one or two things to your routine to better help you. Again, this is Andrew Marotta, host of the show, and I'm happy to share some tidbits from my book that I wrote this year, The Principal, Surviving and Thriving. We all go through those ups and downs in our roles as leaders, and I hope to share a tidbit from this book each week to help you in your role as principal. So let's get started here on episode number 2, Principal Sparks on DisruptED TV. Something always is coming at you. Something always is coming your way as principal. You have to make decisions, and unfortunately, there's a lot of hard things that come up to you too. Scandals, trouble, different situations with students, staff, and you got to handle it, right? They're coming your way. You're the leader. You have to handle these situations. Recently in the news, there's been 2 very public scandals, one in the sports world and one in the world of the Catholic Church. We'll start with the sports world. Urban Meyer, Ohio State. He's the football coach, right? It wasn't his actions directly that affected him, but he did not take the appropriate actions when his assistant coach did some inappropriate things with his wife, inappropriate actions towards his wife. And we're not going to get into those actions, yet Urban Meyer's failure to respond, right? So as the leader, what do you do when you found out what you did? And that's the title of today's show, the headline test, right? So something gets brought to you as principal, it's put on your desk, and what do we do with this situation? And you have to look at it and you have to respond appropriately. The other thing that, again, came up most recently is what went on with the Catholic Church, the terrible abuse situations with the priests and unfortunately young men. And was there an appropriate enough of a response? Did they do enough? And again, I don't want to get into the whole details of they should have done this, they should have done that. It wasn't enough. And they just kind of pushed that under the carpet. So as a school leader, I highlighted 2 points in the book here. There's 2 topics. So the first one is headline tests. With that situation that comes to you, run it through your mind. If this is on the headline of the newspaper tomorrow, what is it going to look like? Whatever the situation is. If it was on the headline of the newspaper, if everyone opened up their phone or on the newspaper and said, School District A has blah, happen. And the administration did A, B, and C. And they sent out this letter. And they sent out this stuff. You have to respond appropriately when there are big time situations, and they're going to come your way if they haven't already. So tip number 14 here in my book is conduct frequent headline tests. What will that headline look like the next day when that incident occurs? And think about it. It's not necessarily the incident, it's what was done. You go back to the Urban Meyer thing. Yeah, the coach's behavior was way out of line, way inappropriate. Again, a lot of things wrong with that. But Urban Meyer got in trouble because he didn't respond appropriately. The second thing, it is tip number 29 in the book. Be the first source of information during a time of crisis, right? You're the leader, you're the principal. I know there's attorneys and the superintendent and all that stuff, but you want to be the one delivering your news to your community. Get out in front of it in these situations and let your community know what happened. You can do a video blog. You can do an email blast. You can do the phone chain home, the snow call home. Obviously, you got to get permission from your superintendent. And I know there's always attorneys involved and they're giving you advice. At the end of the day, if you speak from the heart and you tell them what happened and here's what we did, A, B, C, and D, and here's the reasons why, you can never go wrong. These things always are going to come your way. You didn't do the action, but you as the leader have to respond appropriately. So 2 tips found in my book here. The principal, conduct headline tests. The situation that happens, What is it going to look like on tomorrow's paper or on tomorrow's phone? You open that news blog and there it is. And secondly, in times of crisis, you want to be the one out in front of it. You want to be the one writing that email. You're the captain of the ship. Own those situations. Again, you didn't do it, but as the leader, you have to respond. And here were those two examples that just occurred here in the national news. One with the Catholic Church and one with Urban Meyer. So I thought I would share those today on Principal Sparks as we're getting started in the school year. Keep that in your mind, those situations that are going to come your way, headline test, and you got to respond appropriately. And usually it's when you don't do enough, right? You're always going to get criticism, but you got to make sure you do enough and respond appropriately and get that communication out there. What did you do when you found out what you did? That's all here on Principal Sparks. This is episode number 2. My name is Andrew Marotta. Happy to be here on DisruptED TV. Give them a shout out and this great opportunity. I would love to connect with you on the social media. On Twitter, I'm at Andrew Marotta 21. Certainly you can check out my website, andrewmarotta.com, and I'm on Facebook and all of those good things. I'm a principal by day and an author by night. I hope you enjoy the book, and we'll be back next week with more tips here on Principal Sparks. Have a great day, everyone.